Hi, Tina. How are you? Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, Liz. Thanks for stopping by. I've been loading. I had surgery and I feel recovered, I guess you could say. So I figured I would start going through some of Mama's stuff, see if we can't start selling through some things. I mean, I wouldn't say completely recovered, but get some light here. I got some fun stuff for you guys. If you are new to me, I am Jan. Karen was my mom, Antiques from Karen. And I got a lot of stuff to go through. It's a pretty big estate. So, yeah, we're gonna run some stuff here. Let me see what I got. We're just going to go ahead and start running stuff. This is a very, very cool little scale. It goes up to a pound. Works wonderfully. Hi, Wheezy. It's a little dusty. I'm trying to find the right angle to not hurt my tummy. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for coming to see me. And thank you for looking at that. Put that right there. I think he's taken a nap. So we woke up this morning to half of our house without power. And that was very frustrating. So apparently, from the weather, the ground thawing and stuff like that, something has happened to half of our power line coming into our house, I guess. I don't know. It's a lot. It's going to be expensive. That's for sure. We've got a 1940s blue willow plate here. Yeah, it's going to be a big job. And I'm going to show you first. It is not perfect. It is beautiful, though. That's my little sticker. Japan. It does have that little crack right there. But it is a beautiful display piece. And that is running. Thank you. I never paint my nails. I'm not very good at it. I didn't get them did. I did them. You can only do so much sitting perfectly still trying to heal. Aw, thank you, Nancy. Nancy knows, you guys. She's been watching me for years and years. So she knows that I'm kind of missing the girly gene. Got these beautiful little bisque Santas. Really, really lovely. They're very old-timey. There's 2 of them. That's my sticker on there. There's no damage on those. And those are running. Hey, Christina. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I appreciate it very much. I'm trying to find my way in this whatnot world, right? And I have an enormous amount of stuff to sell. And I wanna get through it this year. Thank you for looking at those. Put this over here so I can watch things. Let's see. Go into. Bear with me. So if you've never been here before, my mother was an antique dealer for 35 some years. She passed away in 2018. And I inherited all of her inventory. This find I thought was pretty cool. Now they got a little rusty crusty on them, but believe it or not, these are from the Civil War, and I figured I'd put them in pairs. They're called caltrops. And what? Hi, Sharon. Thank you so much. And caltrops were thrown down and they were made to try to, pierce the soldiers' boots and to hurt the horses. So these essentially are weapons, which I thought was really cool. So if anybody wants a little piece of history, I actually have a couple of pairs of these. But these are super legit. Aren't they awesome? Thank you for looking at those. I thought that they were big fat jacks. They are not big fat jacks. They are military weapons. This is a really awesome tin. This would be a great riser for somebody. Made at the Hotel McAlpin in New York. It's got a beautiful plaid design on it. It's in lovely, lovely shape. Tin opens. It's got that air pocket filled space there. And I am going to start running that for you. This would make a beautiful riser. And I will say the only time I've ever seen this is on the shelf of the House of Coop. They have one as a riser. If you see anything in my shop, it's nice and loaded up. And it is so ready for people to take a look at it. I see we have a pre-bid on something. Thank you to my lovely mod. And I want to make sure that you see that the reason that I started this so low is because it has a repair on it. But this is a beautiful set. A beautiful set. So here's the lid with the textured paint on it. Here is the repair, which is in the photographs. That's my sticker on the bottom. Beautiful details. But man, as a display piece for this is a really, really gorgeous, gorgeous set. And I am going to pin that. And I am going to start running that. As soon as I can find all my buttons. There we go. And thank you so much for your bid. I really appreciate it. This is, like I said, a gorgeous, gorgeous display set. And it's ancient. Don't know how old because there is not a mark on it, but it is so gorgeous. Thank you, people, so much for your bids. Julie, first purchase. Thank you so much. Hang on, I got a bell. I just can't move very fast from my surgery. Let me find my bell. Is this my bell? Here's my bell. First purchase. Thank you so, so much. All of these beautiful pieces my mom collected, and what I have decided to do with Whatnot is rehome all of her beautiful things, and then I will eventually do something different. Next, we have some milk glass. I have a couple of milk glass birds, hens, whatever you want to call them. Thank you again, Miss Julie. I appreciate that. So there are no chips or cracks on it. Beautiful piece. Definitely not a chicken. So it is a bird, maybe a pheasant or something along those lines. And it is under my sticker here. It is marked, it's in the pictures. It is marked Avon, very old Avon. None of this stuff is new. Pretty much everything that is in my mom's estate is from 90s and before. And we're going to start running this one. Why does that timer keep changing? I'll get it. Aw, Liz, your friends are coming in. Thanks for bringing your friends. Oh, thank you so much for saying that, Sanka. It is all my mom. My mom had the eye. My mom picked all this stuff. I tried to add a whole bunch of thumbnails of different thank you for looking at that. Thumbnails of different areas of the barn so that you could see the kind of stuff that I have in here. Let's see. Let me get another thing here. Here's another. This one is definitely a chicken or a hen or whatever you call them. So what I want to do is I want to get to the point where, I'm doing one shelf at a time and just going through all these beautiful things that are left in my mom's estate. This is kind of toasty. It's got some crazing in there. There's no chips or cracks on this. It's got the gold gilt paint on it. I have had to learn an enormous amount because unfortunately I knew that my mom had a good eye, but I really didn't know. You know what I mean? I'm going to start running that. Thank you so much for your bids. You did. Now, let me tell you the history of this one for my mom, okay? This was in my mom's house for as long as I could remember. And this was where she hid matches. Oh, Sanka, thank you so much for your purchase. So this I don't know if it was my grandparents or I can usually tell when something was something that my mother sourced. But a lot of this was literally on display when I was a kid. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that so much. And I don't think I got enough time to activate my rewards thingy, but please do come back. I am going to have like that cumulative discount stuff because anybody that comes and shops with me a lot, I want to thank people by being able to provide discounts and everything else because it's just really beautiful. So this here is Casey pottery, and you can see the swirls in the pottery on the insides. That that was thrown. It wasn't a mold. And then that's my sticker. And then it's marked Casey Pottery. It's like a burgundy floral design. It's got a really nice weight to it. So you could really pack it full of stuff. And I highly doubt that you can knock it over. So I'm going to get that running. And if something happens to run and nobody bids on it and you just think that my price is a little high, don't be afraid to make an offer because I really want to rehome this stuff. I mean, obviously we have a little bill that we need to pay now. I don't know if you were here before, but I was telling everybody that we woke up to half of the house has power. I don't know. I don't necessarily understand. Dean was trying to explain to me how that all works, that you've got like two pipes or whatever that are coming into the house, and this is something. I can't believe between 1 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock this morning, that something in the ground shifted so much. So he went down and, because he's amazing, he went down and he rerouted all the breakers of the stuff that we really need. So thank God for him, right? So this is a little jewelry casket. It's definitely not brass. It's more of like a spelter metal, like a pot metal. But it does have the organza, fabric like this. It doesn't last for a million years. So there is a little tear in it, but I think that kind of adds to the elegance of it. And then it's got, the beautiful red velvet in here. There is a damage right there. And I wanted to make sure that. Oh, hi, Miss Pat. Oh, that happened? Yeah, see, they came out. National Grid came out and they said that it is definitely not their problem. So I'm going to start running this for you. And this is marked on the bottom, trademark JB. It's got beautiful feet. I love the elegance of the flowers on this. Hi, Lintro. I'm Jan, and Karen was my mom. I appreciate everybody being here and taking a look at her beautiful things. Thank you so much for looking at that. And I'm just gonna, I'm out of work right now. Oh no, you're fine, honey. I wonder why everybody calls me Karen. Hee hee. I think it's pretty obvious. Oh, I found this gravy boat today. This is really lovely. I don't clean these things because I know that people would rather clean them themselves. But I was very surprised. When you start taking really close up pictures, let me see if I can find it here. You start taking really close up pictures, sometimes you find a maker's mark. Now, I'll be damned if I can find it right now, but there's a picture of it in with the pictures there. But this is a beautiful silver plate. It's got the beautiful rope edge. I love it. I might even be able to find a gravy spoon to be able to throw in there. I doubt that it would be, a matching gravy spoon per se, but I could probably find one. So yeah, it's got, all that fancy patina, and I don't want to clean these because I'm scared that I'm going to scratch them up real bad. Aw, thank you, Liz. Thank you, Sanka. I really try to make the prices, just so I can make a little money, but you know, people definitely think that it's worth getting. This next one, this one was kind of shocking when I looked it up. This one, it's in beautiful condition. I've got my sticker on it. Neodymium, which is another thing for alexandrite. And there are no chips, no cracks on this. And according to what I read, it can change color depending on the light. So I'm gonna try changing the light here because this fancy maybe it's in the sunlight. That is very true, Sanka. And there are some things that I have held on to for a little while. I don't know if it's. Oh, that's not good. That battery is dying there. Let me change. Let me see what happens if I change the color or something. No. Well, I don't have any sunlight. So, unfortunately, yeah, that's not helpful at all. Let's push that button. How about that? Oh, let's go back to regular light. Yeah, I don't have any sunlight to prove it, but, there's that. So, I'm going to start running that. And it's a really beautiful piece. I know a lot of people are into swans and stuff right now. Yes. We have a bunch of New Yorkers that are in the chat. I am in Western New York. Pardon me. Coughs hurt. Sorry. I have another hen on nest. Let's put this guy back up there. And again, if you can't stop thinking about something that you've seen and you just think that my price might have been a little too high, please don't hesitate to make an offer, because I would really like to be able to bring different stuff every time I go. So this is really old milk glass. You can see the spot there where it would have the ring of fire, and it's got the little grass here, and then that's my sticker, and then it looks like somebody painted it. I've seen a few that are like this. I'm pretty sure when it comes to glass, you can just dunk it in some paint thinner and it'll come right off. But that's really a beautiful hen. And I'm going to start running that. Oh, you guys got to see the cool, this is the display that Dean made for me. Oh, I got to put her in the middle because my OCD is kicking in there. There, how's that? Is that better? Nice. Thank you for looking at her. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in the buy it now. If you are interested in anything in the buy it now, tell me and I'm happy to run a flash sale on it. Here's the next piece. I'm going to turn the brightness down on that to make sure it stays alive. All right. Our next piece here. Everything that I can find points to the fact that this is Murano, but I make no mistake. I'm not thinking that I'm going to make an absolute fortune over one piece of Murano. It does have a couple, you have to really, really look for them, but I feel like there are some points that feel a little chippy. But it really is a beautiful piece. It could be an ashtray. It could be a trinket dish. I feel like it looks like the center of a flower. And that is running. It's really, really pretty. I could see this on like a clear glass, like bubble glass plate as the center. Have you seen on Pinterest where they're making like those garden flowers? Where so the sun is going through the glass. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. All right, this one is Lonely. And I don't know if anybody has a nest for her. If you look really, really hard, I'm pretty sure that right there is a teeny tiny chip. I don't have the nest again. And then there is a rough spot right there on the inside. But she needs to go home with somebody, and hopefully somebody has a bed that she can lay in. And she is running. Lonely hen. And she's a small one. I have a ruler here. She is just under 4 inches on the base. Thank you for looking at that. Thank you so much for coming in. Again, I am Jan from Antiques from Karen. Karen was my mother, and she was an antique dealer for like 35 years. She loved the flea market. She loved auctions. Oh, I love that smell. That smell reminds me of my grandma's house. So this is in the style of Wedgwood, and it's an old Avon bottle. Really pretty. Has the cork. So I've been working through my mom's estate for quite some time now, and everything that I have left here in the barn, I still haven't listed or touched or anything like that. So it's all still kind of new stuff to me. Thank you for taking a look at that. And I'm just trying to, process through and turn what my mom left for me into, an inheritance of sorts. This next one is really cool. It's a one glass, and it's Libby, and you can see some of the bubbles in it, and then the raised mushrooms on it are just awesome. So awesome. And it's blown. You can see how it was smoothed on the bottom there. And that one is running. I love this one. I know somebody's going to make this their every single morning orange juice glass somewhere. Thank you for coming in. Please check out the shop. I have a lot of stuff loaded. I put a whole bunch of shows up for this week. They all have different thumbnails that which they show different sections of the barn that I need to go through. If you see something in one of those thumbnails, or you see something on one of my videos on my YouTube channel, feel free to send me a message, and I will totally get whatever it is that you saw in the barn. These are running, and I will get it listed in my buy it now, or I will go get it and weigh it and run it at that particular moment if I possibly can. Thank you so much, Robin, for your bid. I appreciate that so much. I don't have max shipping because I'm too new to do it. So I don't even have an option. So if you end up buying a lot from me, and thank you so much for your first purchase. If you end up buying a lot from me and I get an idea of the stuff that you like, don't be surprised if I don't stick extra stuff in I think you're going to like. I do that instead of giveaways. Because the giveaways, I don't understand the whole giveaway thing. Thank you so much for your purchase. Next, now what's odd is I took pictures of this thing upside down and I wrote that it was a hot air balloon. It's not a hot air balloon, it's a friggin' vase. So I got some fake flowers in there, and it just needs like a little base. I found, this little thing here, and it can go in there, but it's got an applied handle on it. I feel like somebody did this at like Corning Museum of Glass or something. It's got the pontil on the bottom, and it's really pretty. If I can find a bigger stand, I'll put it in a bigger stand. And that is running. It's a beautiful piece of glass. Yeah, it could be a hot air balloon too. If you want it as a hot air balloon, throw out the flowers. Find something to go through that little, because there is a hole there. It's reticulated, and you can make it a hot air balloon. Why not? I think it's from Corning too. Oh, I think I fixed it. Oh, somebody's talking over there. I gotta switch the camera around. Where's all that noise going? Okay. Did I fix it? I fixed it. Oh, thank goodness. And you guys are still back. You guys are still here. How amazing are you? Thank you so much. I gotta rerun this. Oh, it just, all of a sudden, the iPad just died. Story of my life. It might happen again, but I've got it plugged in to way more power than it needs. You were? Oh, that's awesome. Did you find anything you wanted? Because I'll go get it. All right. What's next here? Okay, we got some great brass stuff. Thanks so much for hanging tight, you guys. I really appreciate that. This is a very cool, rusty, crusty. It was definitely used as an ashtray, but it's so cool. This is all like mosaic glass, and then it's got like brass inlay, and it was hand wrought Salvatore, Mexico. This is just the coolest looking thing. That would be great for like a patio. That is running. Oh, you saw the Pixie? Pixie talk was nonstop. I can definitely run a flash sale on that Pixie as soon as this finish running. You'll fight for it. All right, you guys can fight. Let me find him. Let's see. I'm going to do Pixie. I'm going to pin him. And I'm going to run him as an auction. And I'm going to start him at $2 just because you guys stayed. That little Pixie is running at $2. He's awesome. But he is not on my shelf. He is in a bin. Oh, a different Pixie. You saw another Oh, I know what you're talking about. I could go get him. I know right where he is. All right, let's get back to this here. Oh, it looks like somebody changed their mind about that mushroom glass. I see a pre-bid on it. This is your last chance for this guy. And it is running. Thank you, Robin, so much. Wheezy, you're getting good. She's the mod with the mostest. I love this. Thank you, Robin, so much. Robin likes glass. Duly noted. Robin likes glass stuff. I could bring more glass stuff tomorrow. Here's another beautiful brass piece that was here a second ago. What did I do with it? Is that what I picked up and set down when I panicked that I lost? Oh, yeah, it's sitting right here. I knew I picked it up. So, you guys, what I've been doing while I'm healing is I've been binge watching Bridgerton. And I'm so enamored with all of the sets and the library and all this other stuff. And I saw one just like this. So it's actually still got the glass insert. So this is a very old inkwell. The hinge still works beautifully. That's my sticker. It's marked on the bottom 3965. And I can't find much more information other than it's definitely 19th century. I did try to take a little what's the powder stuff that's safe. I took a very soft toothbrush with, I think it's called Barkeeper's Friend or something like that. Yes, that. So I did take a soft toothbrush to it and try to make this absolutely amazing, but I don't want to hurt it. But this one is definitely something that is worth adding to your home if you want. I'm all about this Bridgerton now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my mom picked up so much stuff that Netflix could buy if they needed to make another Bridgerton set. That would be so fun. Thank you for looking at that. And here is another brass piece. This one is one of those, um, the little incense things that look like cones that you can. I saw the Queen Charlotte one too. And, this is my second time watching the Bridgerton one. This is made in Korea. And I mean, I guess it could be something other than the incense burner. And if you can read this language, then it probably says something really, profound. But I just don't know. So we're just, yeah. You can do whatever you want with it. It is. Heidi spot for stuff. Exactly. Liz, I'm so glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Sharon came in for a few. My friend Tina is here. I think I saw Miss Maggie. Oh, I see you, Leon. I see you, Leon. My new friend, Leon. If I can get him to talk. Hold on. Tina, can you find Just Trying and tag him and pin it? You guys have got to follow Leon and his fam. There he is. I got you. You're not getting away now. Oh, you guys have got to go check out Leon. What fun. And he is also in New York. All right, I'm going back to my stuff here. All right, this next one's pretty fancy. Going along with the whole Bridgerton theme. This is a beautiful footed. Look at the filigree in the brass. So these little pins, these little brass pins here are what holds the felt bottom on. And then you've got all the filigree here. I mean, this is so good. So good. And if you're interested in this, I will even throw in the doily. Hi, Miss Maggie. Thank you, Bailey, for your bid. I appreciate you so much. And I was not kidding about the doily. If you would like it, it is yours. Thank you so much for your bids. I really, really appreciate. I had her at doily. First purchase, thank you so much. Welcome to Mama's Barn. Do you want the doily, honey? Or do you want a different doily? You let me know. You don't need the doily. Okay. I'm going to message you some pictures of other doilies and see if there's a possibility that you want something different, because I have 4 totes of doilies and I should probably do a doily thumbnail that day, right? That's probably the best idea. All right, here's some more brass. These are fancy. These are super fancy, super heavy. I don't know if these came off of a lamp or I just don't know. But man, what somebody could do with these, I can't even imagine. They are solid brass and they're really, really lovely. And they are running. I've got Bailey, let me know if you're looking for like a setup for that. That was in my mom's room. So it must have been her grandmother's, that dresser tray. These are beautiful. Thank you for looking. Yes, the tray was in my mom's bedroom the whole time that I was growing up, and it had little perfume bottles on it. And there's a thing over here somewhere that she had on the dresser with it. I didn't load this. It didn't load this in my shop, but I can. But this was on her dresser as well, and that was up there. She had little like handkerchiefs and stuff because she bought, so the house that I inherited, it was a sixth generation. Okay, let me set this. Let me get a weight on this. I want to make sure that I don't overcharge on the weight. So it was a sixth generation house, and she bought it when she got out of college from her grandparents. So my grandmother was raised in that house. And there were some things that she left them as she remembered when she was a kid. Let me just get a weight on this. And I also have like I think I have some handheld vanity mirrors. And maybe a hairbrush, like a brass hairbrush or something like that. Hold on, I'm just moving. I got to get to my scale here. I wasn't 100% prepared. Shame on me. I'm recovering from surgery, so I'm stepping very gingerly. Just give me a minute here. I have some lovely moderators that are excellent storytellers and will be happy to keep you occupied for a moment. Pardon me. All right. Sharon, you got good stories. All right. Hold on a second here. Okay, got the scale uncovered. This on there. All right, let me just add this really quick. Hi, Yellow Fox. So good to see you. Thanks for coming to visit. Hang on, there's my new friend here just bought something that belonged to my great grandparents. Is it great? I don't know. Hold on. Multitasking terribly. Hold on. Create listing. Take photo. Added that. Vintage. Brass. Tissue box. Bear with me. We're going to check out the condition here. And the shipping profile would be, all right, we're going to say 1 pound on there because it's just going to be added to your box. So I'm not going to add box weight. All right. Did I do it? Is it pinned? Yes, it's pinned. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at this. I did it as fair because I mean it's ancient. So it's got the little corner guys on it. It I would just take a very, very soft brush to that. It doesn't look like any kind of like green corrosion on it. It's still got the felt bottom. The brass pins are there, just like the dresser scarf. So that's how the bottom is held on. And yeah, it's beautiful. And I do have other ones like it. And just because I just made all this big deal about it, please don't feel obligated. If you've changed your mind in the last 10 minutes it took me to do this, it's totally fine. Totally fine. I will sell it another day if need. Oh, thank you for your bid, Bailey. I appreciate that so very much. This is beautiful. But it is not perfect, right? Definitely not perfect. Thank you so very much. No, that's me. That's what you guys can expect from me. I'm not a typical reseller. I don't source. This is all inherited inventory, and it was all very, very important to my mom in some way or another, and I want to rehome it somewhere where it's going to be loved. So that's what I'm doing. And I am going to be setting up at hold on, I'm picking my next item here. Oh, I got this little guy, this little pelican guy. Where is he? Here he is. So I am going to be setting up at one of our local flea markets because there's a bunch of stuff here that is just, it cannot be shipped with the way that Whatnot ships stuff. It's either got to go FedEx or UPS. So this little guy is, I thought it was brass, but it's not, and it's actually marked Centennial New York silver plate, and occupied Japan is actually stamped in the bottom. Now, I can assume that this was some kind of salt and pepper shaker or something like that. Maybe there were two of them. There is not. But I mean, this would be perfect, in my opinion, sitting on a shelf with a little like potpourri sitting inside of it, because since it's got the holes in the little cap. But if you've got people that love birds, I think he's a pelican. I don't know. I'm not very good with birds. What is the big red crystal drop with gold handle in the background? I am more than happy to show you that. And thank you for looking at that. So these are glass, and I don't know anything about it. There's actually 3 of them here. I can just add my random pull in here, and we can run these. Let's see. Add from inventory, and it should be on the inactive. I know I have a random pull thing. Random pull as seen on screen, but I don't see the weight there. Oh, 12 to 15 ounces. Okay, let me see what this guy weighs. Oh, he is not. 12 to 15 ounces. So let me just change that real quick. All right, we're going to import that in. And then I'm going to edit that. Well, that was kind of pointless. I should have just made a new one. Random is seen on screen. We're going to say 4 to 7 ounces. So I have been going through some medical stuff for a while now. Starting bid $20. Forget that. I'll do starting bid $3. Shipping profile 4 to 7 ounces. So I used to sell on YouTube, and I did a little bit of, so this is, I don't know if that's Let me see if it's magnetic. Nope, it's not. Oh, the very tippy top is magnetic, but this piece is not. But that's what it looks like. And we'll pin that and start that. What was I saying? Oh, I used to sell on YouTube, and I did some listing on eBay. And my YouTube channel is the exact same name here. It's Antiques from Karen dash. I think it says Janet on YouTube. But if you just start typing Antiques from, I come right up on YouTube. Thank you so much for that purchase. I appreciate that very, very much. And just in case you want more than one, I will run it again. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought it said $5. Liz is like, I want one. There you go, Miss Liz. And so the whole story of going through my mom's house is on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate that. And when I first started, it was like COVID, and my friends couldn't come help me anymore, so I just kind of like, and there's one more just in case anybody's twitching to have one. I strapped a camera to my chest and I just started talking to myself, going through my mom's house because I was just so overwhelmed and everything else. So thank you, Liz. And the people that started following my channel decided that I needed to go through the house live instead of doing videos. So I started doing live, like working live, I called it, where we were just like messing around. And I got some very cool tins today. We were messing around and we were looking stuff up, and there's a whole scene where I started tearing dolls apart, and I mean laughter, tears, and just all kinds of stuff. And then they convinced me, this is a really old one. It doesn't have, that's my sticker. It doesn't have any kind of barcode or printing on it or anything like that. And that's just a very cool looking tin. And that is running. And so I started selling live on YouTube. And that was around the time that Whatnot, the creators of Whatnot, had come up. They were watching us on YouTube, but they were also watching us struggle, because, thank you for looking at that, because we were, everybody was doing everything through PayPal and invoicing and emails. And it was, the sellers were only successful if they were really organized, because it takes a lot. These are super heavy and these are super beautiful. These are cast iron. and they are just awesome in every way. Felt bottom here, all the way around. These are beautiful, beautiful bookends. This one does have a little crusty looking area on her head, but other than that, this is just a beautiful, beautiful set. So Whatnot was asking us questions, the people that created Whatnot, on how, how we would want a platform like this. So, they did everything so that they could handle the invoicing, and they made it so much easier. Oh, Bailey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. They made it so much easier for us to be able to invoice and all this other stuff. Oh, Bailey, you're gonna love these. These are so beautiful. And around that time, um, we had bought a property. Let's see, get my next thing going here. We had bought this property out here and started working on that, and my health just started tanking by the time we sold my mother's house. It took 5 years from the point where she passed away. This is a really gorgeous piece. This is very, very antique. So there is a little broken piece right here, and something that had been right here, but this was originally a pocket watch holder. And like I said, I'm binge watching Bridgerton right now, so I'm like obsessed with everything that I see in on the sets for Bridgerton. And this is one of those things, but I priced it really, really low because I don't know what was supposed to be there. But obviously you would be really creative and come up with something very, very cool. Wouldn't it? It is so Bridgerton. So yeah, they would hang it here, and you could put something on there, and they would hang the pocket watch down, and the pocket watch would sit in this area. But anyway, so we bought this property, and it's all on the YouTube channel from years and years ago. And Babe started working on this property. Have some more brass here, and he built this barn for me, the barn that I'm in. So these are actually chrome, um, and they're Bridgerton. Hello, everything is so Bridgerton right now. And these are little cordial cups, and they're pretty old, and there's four of them here. But I mean, if you want to have a little Bridgerton party at your house, definitely wash them real good first, because that's probably toxic. Maybe, I don't know. It's free. The dirt is free, so we're gonna get that running. So he built me the barn, and I got my mom's estate down to the point of the size of this barn, which is 20 by 60. And we started moving it trailer load by trailer load by trailer load by trailer load. And um, then we sold my house, and then that was more trailer loads. And it was an enormous amount of physical work, and my body revolted. These are really, really cool. They're hammered on the inside or on the outside, and I mean, they can be used for just about anything, but they are absolutely solid brass. And a couple of them have made in India on the inside. I'm looking for the sticker. Oh, there it is. Made in India. And these could be used for a lot of things, but this is about the melting point of brass right now for the weight that they are. But these are beautiful pieces. So my health was bad. and I ended up having a couple of surgeries. I ended up finding out that I was anemic and I was having breathing problems, and the brain fog was crushing. When I say uh, uh, I never knew the things that could happen. Oh, Sharon has an amazing idea. Wait a minute. I wonder if that little vase will fit on there. Wouldn't that be so pretty? That's so perfect. Those little rings might need to become a set of 5. That is perfect. That looks so pretty on there. I love it when you think out loud, you guys. Change the dimensions of displaying. Yeah. Oh, I love that. All right, let's see what else we got to run here. All right, you guys aren't seeming to be interested in the metal, so let's move on to back to like ceramic and china type stuff. All right, we have a beautiful plate. We have a couple beautiful plates. So once they figured out that, woman problems were causing the iron deficiency, I ended up with a couple of surgeries that were unsuccessful in figuring out this one's really beautiful. It's a nautical scene, and it's all very glossy, and it's got, I don't know if you can see the little scallop dips in the sides. It's super, super pretty. Historical ports of England, the port of Bristol. And this is just a beautiful shade of blue and white. I'm gonna drop the starting price down, because somebody needs this in their decor. I'm gonna drop this a couple dollars here. See if I can entice someone. And now I lost it. Man. Whatnot, you need to get that together there. If I'm editing that listing, I obviously don't want you to go back to the beginning of the list. Just saying. All right, now that's running. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey, for your purchase and for your bid. Haven't purchased it yet, but that's wonderful. Yeah, it's no longer a hot air balloon. Definitely not. Thank you, Jeffrey. You just popped right in, and I sucked you right in with my blue and white plate. That's amazing. First purchase, welcome to Mama's Barn. Set that down. Oh, not too bendy. All right, we have another plate here. Got a couple of different stuff. I have super secret codes in my shop, and I keep forgetting that I have them. So this one is a little Jasperware plate. Love this one. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this kind of Jasperware, and I think the Wedgwood stuff does the same. I forget what it's. I don't think it's embossing. It's actually like carved, I think. This is my number sticker, but it's a really beautiful piece. The lady messing with her hair and her beautiful dressing gown and her little vanity mirror. That's just so pretty. And that is running. So yeah, after my health tanked, I decided I just needed to stop for a while. I had been going for 5 years and just let, my mom's estate just consume everything, and my health suffered because of it. So it was time to take a break. So I took a break. And man, when you step away from autopilot of that magnitude, it is really, really hard to get back to it. And, you know, there was all kinds of things that I was interested in. This one is a gold gilt on the edges and embossed. This is a Homer Laughlin, I think it was. Yeah, this one's Homer Laughlin. And they did some collectible churches. This one is actually the church that my grandparents on my mom's side were a member of, and my grandfather um, built the baptism and all of the altar area and everything else after this church had suffered a fire. So there was just a lot of history in my family that was associated with this church, but some people collect the church plates. They think that they're amazing, and they like the black and white. um oh, absolutely, Mama Madison. Interrupt me anytime. I am literally trying to train myself to talk incessantly, because a lot of times you're not communicating with anyone on whatnot. So I've been trying to keep myself talking without saying 45 times. Let me know which one. I may be in love with the duck. Oh, I know which duck you're talking about. All right, let me get some. Now the duck is not in here, so I'm going to do something creative here. I am going to entice you guys. I'm going to set up a distraction. Here's my distraction. So we got some teacups. We have all different kinds of beautiful teacups. These are listed in my shop. I have them for auction. I think I have a starting price of 10 on them, but I am more than willing to drop that down. That guy doesn't seem to be standing. I'm going to get rid of this one. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's not the appropriate doohickey. I need a more appropriate doohickey. What do you call these things? Oh, I don't know what they're called. Probably something simple like teacup and saucer holder. Brilliant, Jan. Try not to overcomplicate things, Missy. All right. Get this going. Bend these down. All right. And then this little guy, this goes in here like this. And I think I got that like weird. I'm trying to pretend that I know what I'm doing here, but I'm really just winging it. But I will say that I've been doing this for a very long time. And I mean, you want to talk about professional packaging? You buy as much glass as you want and it will all show up. All right. Now you guys have something beautiful to look at. And you're talking about the duck one, right? The yellow duck. Let me see. Oh, nope, no problem. Okay, you guys look at the pretty teacups. They're gonna mesmerize you. Let me figure out where that duck is. Hold on. You just have to look it up in my inventory sheet here, and it'll tell me exactly which bin I have it wrapped up in. So I go here and I type duck, and it is P021, P021 is ceramic bin number 3, which is right here. So just give me a second because I can't bend. I'm recovering from surgery right now. So I'm going to make my son and my husband help me pack. There we go. Oh, perfect. All right. There's our ducky. Let's see, that's the boy and girl one. This is P021. That's this guy. All right. Did I convince anybody to buy a teapot? I do. I have all kinds of teapots. Okay, fine. No more dizzy. No more dizzy Tina. All right. I'm just going to run a couple of these teapots just in case some teapots, teacup and saucer, just in case I got anybody interested in them. They're very, very pretty. That one's marked Orion. It's got, no, that's not a chip. It's just a break in the paint there on the side. So there's that one. And we'll put that one back up. And then this one, let's see which one this is. This is the Ainsley one. Now this one, before I run it, this one, I had brought it out. We did a tale as old as time raid train, and I purposely was looking for one with a chip so that it could be Chip from the Beauty and the Beast movie. So I want to make sure that I point out before I run this one. In fact, let me drop the price at it. Even I know the Ainsley ones are. Here we go. We'll do $6. And whatnot refreshes. All right, so that one is running. So this one has the matching saucer with it, but it has the little tiny chip. Thank you for looking. I appreciate that. That's the Ainsley teacup. I'm gonna put that one back up here. And is there gold in it or more tan? On the Ainsley one, I don't see any gold on that one. So let me take it off the stand because the stand is distracting. So I do see some yellow in there, but this one definitely doesn't have the gold gilt on it. It is the Ainsley, England, and the saucer is, there's no chips or cracks on the saucer. You can see the beautiful hand paint. I will try running this one again, just in case. Again, there is the chip in the teacup. It's got, the little tan feathers on the inside. Ainsley, and it's got the whatever red, I forget what the red paint is. I don't know if it was like a tax thing or there's something about importing stuff where they had to like change the color of the ink. I don't know. And then the last two, this one is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And it's got the little feet on it. And this one definitely has the gold gilt on it. And it's that beautiful paper thin porcelain, bright, bright white. And then the violets on the saucer are just beautiful. And there are no chips or cracks on this one. And it's got the white bottom. And this one does not have a marking on it. But that's the way that one looks. And that one is here. That one's running. Holding out for pots. Yeah, this one does look like bone china, for sure. Oh, thank you, Bailey. I appreciate that. I got a pretty good idea of what you like, so I might send you some extra stuff. You can see with the light. Here, let me get a. Well, I can't change the direction, but if I move this over here, you should be able to see how beautifully thin that porcelain is. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, so the next one, this one's got a lot of gold gilt on it. And this one is not as thin as the last one. That one's bone china, 22 karat gold, made in England. Beautiful edge. Beautiful. I love the way this one is painted. It's just so, so pretty. Now, the saucer does have a crack. Now, it's not completely through. It's not a repair, but I mean, if it were mine, I would put some clear nail polish just on the backside before you put it up for display. Thank you, Tina. We'll see you later. So let me pin this one, and because of that crack there, I'm gonna drop this one down to $6. And that is running. Soak it in milk? Oh, where are you located, Miss Liz? Beautiful. Like I said, I'm binge watching Bridgerton right now, so it's like all of this stuff is so apparent to me. Just seeing it. Thank you for looking at that. All right, I'm going to hang this one back up. And then let's find that little duck. We're going to say duck, teapot. All right, we're going to pin this guy while we take a look at him. All right, so this is the duck. Oh, Liz! It's been so long. Oh, I'm so happy to see you, honey. All right, this is the duck, and this one on my mom's shelf. So it was a built-in wall shelf in the kitchen. This sat next to the hen, and this is where the matches were. So between the hen and the duck. Now the duck has significant crazing, but this one was definitely in my family. I'm guessing that this was probably her grandmother's. So this is Wade. The crazing is beautiful. The way that it shows up in there. I don't know if that is intentional crazing or if that is the way that it looked, because this is not stuff that I noticed when I was a kid. And it's got the little steam hole if you actually want to use it as a teapot. And then, you know, through the kissy face. All right. What did I do? Do I have to edit it? What do I have to do here? Is it usable or more of a look at? I think it's usable, but I never saw it used as a teapot. I mean, it doesn't have any holes in it. It's a piece of history, a piece of my history at least. But let me I am just going to run it as an auction right now, I think. All right, I'm going to run as an auction. I'm going to drop the price down a couple of dollars so that it's worth it running as an auction, and it's running. That beautiful teapot. Thank you, Sarah, for your bid. I appreciate that so very much. It's a piece of my history, my mom's history, going to a new home, and that is the goal. Oh, thank you so very much. First purchase, welcome to Mama's Barn. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm so happy. You know what? There's a little, where is the little duck? There's a little duck here somewhere. This so this was on the shelf. This is in the bin, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna send this with it. That's just the way that it was sitting um when I was growing up as a kid. So I want you to have that. That's gonna come with it. All right. What do we got next here? Oh no, thank you. That's the whole reason for me to be on here is to find new homes for this stuff. I know I'm probably not going to draw a lot of resellers because there's not a whole lot of room, but I do love catering to collectors and giving them a good deal. Let's see. What's next here? Oh, I got a couple of teacups I didn't show you. So here's another teacup. This one is the pale yellow one. My little sticker fell off of it. So this one is all kinds of iridescent. I don't know what they call that oil slick looking stuff. Let me put my sticker back on here. That's this one. So it's got a pretty significant pedestal on it, and it's got the gold gilt all the way around. Bright white porcelain. There is not a maker's mark on this one. So, you know, a lot of women ordered these. They did a mail order and then they painted them and then they sent them back and had them, what do you call it? In the thing with the stuff with the hot thing. Fired? Not is it fired? Oh, you are? Now see, you probably shouldn't have told me that. So this one is running. Fired. Okay, I did say it right. In the what's the thing called though? In a kiln or something? I haven't been able to find. I found a lot of um the older catalogs, but I couldn't find the catalogs that they were that they were ordering pottery and stuff from to paint it. I don't know what that was. All right, I got two more little teacups. These little teacups go together. These are Limoges, and all they have is that silver little number on them, and they have the 22 karat gold gilt, and it's in the peach. That one's got the number on it. It's got a different number on the saucer, but they're super cute, and I have those running together. Thank you, Wheezy. Yeah, if you guys are looking through the store or whatever the case may be, and you find something, if you need to leave or anything like that, just call out the number, and I am happy to run it. Thank you for looking at those. And then this one, my amazing moderator. This one, I want to make sure that you notice that now they're really hard to see, but if you scratch over all of these little edges here, there are some that feel like they have little flea bites on them. Let me pin that up. And I want to just make sure that you know that. Now there's no obvious like huge cracks or anything like that. But it does have that rough little feel on some of those edges. And that is running. Thank you, Yay Happy Day, for your bid. I appreciate that. Beautiful piece, regardless. And I do have it listed in there. Oh, thank you so much. Now that song is in my head. From what was it? The Sister Act? Oh, happy day. All right, let me see what else I can show you that I haven't shown you guys yet. Let's see. I have a sweet little Cricut box, little brass Cricut box. And this one's got the little handle on the top. It's got it is a little kind of bendy. It's not perfect in every way. But my mom, when she would learn about something new, she would cut things out of magazines and put them inside of it. So here was a little write-up about the Cricut boxes, that they were handmade in India, and they were for storing all sorts of beautiful baubles, and the different prices that they were back then. And they were purchased from New York City when you wanted to order them. But this one is pretty old, and this one is running. You don't know it? Oh, honey. It's back when Whoopi Goldberg was cool. So she's in that Sister Act movie. And the little boy that was singing the song, oh, he's just the sweetest little boy. All right. Let's see. We got another. This one is a beautiful brass easel back here. And it looks like a little artist thing. Now that's my sticker on there, just so I know. And this is one of the ones where you can collapse it, you can modify where it is, and then if you want to move these in, you can. Those are my words here. But that's just a beautiful little brass easel. And I am going to drop that down just a little. Let's do 15. on that, and that is running. I'm just going to grab my drink here. Oh, thank you, Bailey. I appreciate that very so much. Sold to Bailey. Thank you. Oh, you guys are getting great stuff tonight. I love it. Love that you're getting great stuff. And that gives me room to add more stuff. Cuz there's so much stuff. There's a lot of stuff, you guys. A lot of stuff. How about a gravy boat? There's a gravy boat back here. This one has the gold gilt highlights on it. J&G Meakin, Hanley, England, and it's just got that classy feel, right? And this is definitely one you can use. There's no crazing on the inside. Well, generally pure porcelain doesn't do the crazing thing. So it's a higher quality clay, which is some useless information that I've learned over the course of going through this estate. But thank you for coming in. I am Jan from Antiques from Karen. Karen was my mom, and she was an antique dealer for a good long time. And when she passed away very suddenly in 2018, I inherited her estate, which came with all of her inventory. And I've had to learn. I've had to learn from the beginning. And I have met so many amazing people along the way. This one's pretty cool. This one is actually monogrammed. And that's another thing where, until you're like up close and taking pictures, this one's like ancient. It's really, really old. This thing looked like it turned, but it definitely does not. But this is just so cool. It looks like it's either copper or brass on the inside, but it has a monogram on it. I don't know if that is a T or an F or a P because it's just so old. That's my sticker. And then it's got some sort of maker's mark on it. I don't know if that says Hong Kong or I'm not even going to try to see it. But it's just a really cool looking piece. It's like it's kind of butch, you know? It's I don't know. It's a cool piece. And like I said, I'm binge watching Bridgerton right now, so everything is reminding me of Bridgerton. And if you see anything in my shop or the buy it now, oh, thank you, Rubber Duck. I appreciate that. If you see anything in the shop that you're interested in to see or have me run, first purchase, welcome to Mama's Barn. This is all my mom's estate that I am showing everyone and selling. Rehoming, I like to refer to it as. Thank you, Wheezy. I'm scrolling. Oh, you guys got to see this thing. This thing is really interesting. But if you see anything, I am happy to bring it up. I am Antiques from Karen on all platforms. You wait to see this thing. This is crazy. This is super unique. And if you see anything in the videos on my Instagram or on my YouTube, send me a message and I'm happy to go dig it out. So this actually has the whole book on this crazy contraption, Master Violet Rays, and explaining its superior merits in the treatment of physical disorders to those who have not already experienced its wonderfully beneficial effects. I mean, I've seen a couple of different violet ray instrument. I've seen a couple of different movies that have depicted like the quackery phase of the world, but this is like a whole other level. But somehow, look at, they're doing master violet ray treatments on a baby, and they say that it cured bronchitis. What do I know? This stuff could be absolutely true, but it was up for debate. So here is I actually plugged this in, so the motor actually still works. It's just a um basic plug. And then here is the ray tube thing, and they've got all of these different, so you put this inside here, and the ray, I don't know. It's a fascinating piece of history, and I probably should list it somewhere. I don't know. It's running for what I think is a fair price. I just think it's really kind of cool. I don't even, I mean, wow, right? That is just, wow. All right, so how do I put that thing back? Okay, that goes in there. Thank you for looking at that. You guys can't tell me that that's not like an interesting piece. That's a super interesting piece. And it works for the sake of the motor works. Right? Isn't that nuts? Sharon, look at this thing. It's Quacker Master Violet Ray. Effective means of applying the wonderful power of electricity to the human body without pain. I don't know, but it's here. It's here. I just went from like beautiful teacups to craziness. But I figured that's how I want to do things, because that's how all this stuff is here, right? It's just like randomness all over the place. It could, I don't know. I have no idea. It was in my mother's house. I have no idea if it was my grandparents. Did you see the cool weapons that I found? They're from the Civil War. Aren't these cool? They're called caltrops, and they would throw them down to try to injure the horses and the soldiers. And those are running. Aren't they cool? I have more. I thought these were big fat jacks. I really did. When I found them, I thought they were big fat jacks. And I have a couple. I have like 5 sets of these. Super cool. I probably should. Maybe I should like clean them up a little bit. Take that little flash rust off. But yeah, cool stuff. All right, let me see what else I got here that I can show you guys. I have this beautiful tin. This is a very unique tin. This one is made for the Hotel McAlpin in New York. This would make a great riser on a shelf. I know the House of Coop has one of these up on their top shelf that is not for sale. And this one is absolutely, positively for sale. Super cute. Look at the little kids with the wings, and they're carrying little hearts. And those kind of look like what, thistles or something. And then it says Gange on it. And that tin is running. That's a really nice one. It fits, the top fits nicely. And thank you for looking at that. And let's see what else we can show you here. All right. So we did earlier, we sold a really, really fancy vanity tray. I do have another vanity tray that we have finally successfully unloaded here. It's only got one little teacup left on it. This one doesn't have the filigree like the other one had. But it's got the nice, so that you can really squish things in there. And if you happen to pick it up or whatever, everything won't fall off of it. So this has the felt, and you can very clearly see that, it's regular cardboard that's underneath there, and it doesn't have the pins holding it in. So I don't think it's as old, but it's definitely a really, really pretty one. And this is running. And it's a pretty good size, too. It looks like it's about 13 inches on the long side of the oval. Oh, thank you, Bailey. And it is 9 inches on this side. And that is going to you, Bailey. You really do love this stuff, don't you? Let me see what else I can find. You're going to have to send me a message and let me know what kind of stuff you want me to look for. I thought I have some other tins. Let's see what these are. These are, well, this is kind of random, but I didn't preload this. But if anybody's interested in something like this, I don't know if I think this is a belt. I think this is a very old belt. Let me see if I can get it. So it's got the hook there, and then it's got, yeah, that really looks like one of those belts. So I had these starting at 25, but I can run it for lower. You want me to list that one up? I can put that one in there real quick. And then there's another one here. I think this one is newer. Let me add that in. Create listing. I don't know if that counts, if a belt counts as vintage decor, but there's no way that I can stay in multiple, in one category with the stuff that's here. Belt as seen. Belt as seen. Condition is good. I have 2. List individually. I can do these at like, I'll drop it down. Let me check the weight. All right, they would go, I can could probably put that in a puffer, so 4 to 7 ounces would be fine. And then I just need a picture in order to post it. God, they make this so... Quit your complaining, Jan. It's a wonderful platform. Most appreciated. Okay, filled everything out. All right. So I'm going to pin that. So this is... they've got... That's how they're little connected. These beady things, they have the little belt through there. This is the hook on the end. I don't see any kind of writing. And I don't see, there's no like wear on it, you know? So let me start running that. Thank you. It's Chrissy. Appreciate that very much. There is about 400 pounds of costume jewelry that I will eventually get to. Thank you so much for your first purchase. I appreciate that. Thank you, Chrissy. I'm glad. All right, I have another one. Let's see if you want this one. This one, I actually wrote on there that it was 37 inches long, and I probably frowned really, really hard. Oh, okay. Well, I definitely can't pull it out right now. But this one's more heavier duty, and this one, it says the limited, made in Korea on it, and it's very shiny and sparkly. And let me see how much this one weighs. Okay, this one weighs a little bit more, so let me modify that one. You got it. That's why we're here, my dear, is to find excited people. Let me just change the weight, edit. So the weight on this one is significantly more. They can still go in a bubble mailer though. So let me do... It's 8 ounces on its own. Yeah, we'll change it. I'm too new, apparently, to have the ability to do max shipping. So if you buy a lot of stuff with me, I start sticking things in your boxes that you might not be very happy with me for, because I'm going to suck you in because I want to rehome all this stuff. Oh, you got to push the button, Jan. All right. And that one's running. And this one is, it feels like quality. You know what I mean? But it's way, way too bright to be like actual gold or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about jewelry. Thank you so very much. Those are coming to you. So yeah, feel free. Oh, I'm so happy. I love making people happy. That's so exciting. What other kind of stuff makes you happy? I literally suck people's energy. So when people have an enormous amount of energy and you give me all kinds of hearts and exclamation points and stuff, I'm just happy. I'm just so very happy. So you just tell me what else I can show you. All right. So let's take a look here. I think I showed all of this stuff. Now I know that there's, different people come in at different times. You know, my friend Sharon says she'll just keep running, running, running. Oh, you love to upcycle jewelry. Oh, that is so perfect. All right, this is I have a couple of jewelry jars, I think, in this room. Give me a second to think about it. I think I have some broken bits and bobs of stuff. Cute little postal scale. This is my sticker on there. It it works, and there is a calibration dial underneath there. It's just for up to 1 pound, so it's, you know, it's old. Look at that. So that is running. I love this. I love these old scales. I have bigger scales too. I have bigger. This one says the Eastern Metalcraft Company, Waterbury, Connecticut. Well, that's pretty cool. Let me see what I have for jewelry. If anybody is waiting to see anything else, please let me know. Let me take a look and see if we have any pre-bids. Yep, I don't have any pre-bids right now, so we should be okay. All right, let me see if... Oh, it is? Oh, thank you. I'm really trying. I'm not your typical reseller. I am rehoming all of my mom. My mom was the reseller. But I think she liked discovering stuff a lot more than she liked parting with it. I thought for sure there was a jewelry jar in here somewhere that I had started stuffing with little broken bits. I have some. That's not it. I have. There is a little tiny bracelet here that's got a bunch of different who's it's, what's it's, or whatever. I don't even know what's on there. Move a smidge towards me, like that. Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me turn it even more. There we go. Thank you, Liz. I'm mostly looking for long chains. Okay. I also have, long seashells. Long seashell necklaces. That's just what's in here. I have an enormous amount. I will be doing some jewelry shows. Most definitely. Oh, wait, here's something. Maybe you'll want this. I don't even know what this is. This is shiny and pretty, and it just has a regular little clasp on it there, and it looks like that piece is busted. It is not magnetic at all. So there is that piece. Let me see if I can find my random. I should have a random thing in here somewhere. Random. Yeah, random as seen on screen, 4 to 7 ounces. That's perfect. I have no idea what's in the picture. But there you go. Hopefully it's not, 22 karat gold. Oh, it went for 30 seconds. I'm so sorry. But that's a whole bunch of stuff. It probably isn't with that clasp, right? I don't know. You're gonna have to teach me about stuff like that. Oh, good. There is that. That is going to you, Miss Chrissy. Put it in one of these bags. Let me see if there's anything else that's loose in here tonight. I have a strong feeling that that is sterling, and I should probably check. This looks like it's. I think this goes with. Yeah, this is just a random little necklace. There was a jewelry jar in here, but if you send me a message on the type of stuff you're really looking for, and I mean I will go make you a thing, and I will. No, Ellie, I love you, girl. I miss you. And I will make you a box of the stuff that you want and just put a whole bunch of pictures of it, and then I'm happy to um to do the buy it now, put it in the bin for you. Um because yeah, the goal here is to sell all the stuff that's here. I do not source. My mom sourced all this stuff over the majority of her life, and yeah, I'm just doing right by my mom by rehoming all of this stuff. All right. Let's see what else we've got. All right. I have some plates. I have a beautiful old blue willow plate. Or no, I don't. Did I sell it? I think I might have sold it. Why is it still there? Hmm. I put it down somewhere. Oh, here it is. Didn't sell it. This one, display only for sure. This one's got some little chips on it. I know, right, Noelle? I freaked out when she said she was here. It's got a couple of little chips, a chip right there. Japan. That's a nice display piece. And that is running. If you guys see anything in the shop that you would like to see, yeah, no flower frogs for you, Missy. Love you. And let's see what else we got here for you. We have this pretty little. So this guy is tin. He's really old. Not in the greatest of condition, but the rope on it is very cool. But I have no idea if he's a family member. That's my sticker. It looks kind of copperish on the back. Very cool piece. And that is running. I did not. I have just been kind of laying flat on my back. Noelle, thank you for your bid. I have just been laying on my back, healing from my surgery. And I woke up this morning and only half of our house has power. So we have to dig up. Thank you so much for that, Noelle. That's coming to you. I got some. I know you did. I know you did. Now you can. Um, yeah, we got some. We got to dig up our whole front yard, and we got to dig through the sidewalk that Dean made this past summer, and it's so frustrating. There's a lot of work to be done. So I figured I was gonna get myself going and try to get my butt on here while I'm taking time off from work and try to be helpful. So we got milk glass. It's a bird. It's not a chicken. It's not a hen. But she's on a little basket, and underneath this sticker it says Avon under there. This is a much older one, but that is just a super, super cute birdie. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. I'm really trying. I've got a light box here. Oh, that's awesome, Noelle. Why is this thing running at 30 seconds? I'm so sorry, you guys. Definitely not a professional photographer. It's a light box. I'll show you guys. Let me see what my battery is here. Oh, we got 50%. That's awesome. So this is the light box I use. I got it on Amazon. It was Do Close Photography light box, and it's got the LED lights up here, and you can change out these things. But yeah, that light box is really, really helpful. Definitely, definitely. So let me put you back on the stand here. Oh, now we're a little tippy. Don't make them dizzy, Jan. Hey, how are you, upstate? You do. You need to get over to this barn before it's empty. I'm gonna sell everything. Yeah, right. Let's see. What haven't I shown you guys yet tonight? Ugh, that is the hardest part, isn't it? It's so freaking hard. I'm going to show this little jewelry casket again. I like this thing. It's got the organza on there. Now, it does have a little break there, but if it's a display piece, it's a display piece, right? It's a really, really pretty piece. And I'm going to drop that down and run it just a little lower. Let's do it for 22. And that is running. I know. What else am I supposed to do? I do not have local pickup on. It hadn't even occurred to me until we started that New York reseller group to put on local pickup. Yeah, I guess I should, huh? Yeah. I got to change that from 30 seconds. Just leave it on. I do that. That's so smart. Hey, Noelle, you got to see what I found. Look at this thing. These guys are probably sick of looking at them, but I just thought it was the coolest damn thing. Now I've got a whole bunch of sets of them. Look at these. They're from Civil War era. I thought they were big fat jacks. and they are so not big fat jacks. They're cast iron caltrops. They throw them down to try to injure the horses and the other soldiers. I actually have a bunch of them, but when I saw that they were selling for like $75 a pair, I was like, maybe I should try, a couple and see what happens. But I can't tell you how many times I've moved things around and never looked them up. Isn't that cool? All right. Noelle, I wish you were here because I definitely need a restroom break. Yes, they were in the basement at Mama's. They were in the basement down on the down on my great grandfather's workbench. All right. Well, I think that we have made a good amount of progress. I've got lots of room here to list stuff for tomorrow. Oh my God, yes, please come. So I am off of work for the next 2 weeks. So, oh, the canisters are packed up, Wheezy. They're actually packaged in a box. Any old children's books? You bet your patootie I got old children's books. Here, let me give you a look see. All right, we're gonna take a little walk here so that you have an idea. So I put up a thumbnail for every day this week. So I figure I'm just gonna focus on certain areas. Do I by any chance have vintage clothing? I have a couple. Things like this would definitely need to be. Oh, you bet I've got vintage Christmas, girl. You better get over here. You really better. So these are all books. So this whole wall, I think it's about 35 feet of books on both sides of that hallway. And then down here is like kitchen appliances and you know um that's a brass box that I was digging through, so I was working on that. You turn over this way and there's all kinds of lamps and lighting that I need to post. So I'm going to try um to just go live every day while I'm out and healing. I'm moving pretty slowly, but I can move slow enough. There's a bunch of lamps in there. Let's see. We got hardware. This aisle is all vintage. I'm off every single day for the next 2 weeks. So this is all Christmas. Oh, children book, right. Children's books. These are not children's books, those are cookbooks. These are children's books. We've got some really old books. Yeah, text me, honey. These ones are all children's books. And I need to sort them. I need to get through them. So I figure I'm going to try, as long as I'm feeling up to it, to be live. These shelves down here are more children's books. This is glass, pottery, clocks, all that. So I'm just gonna keep going live and see what we can do. This is all toys. This side is all dolls. So humongous doll collection, which I'm gonna be doing. What do you call it? Not a collab, but a co-host thing or whatever, with my friend Pat Doodles. She is a doll appraiser, and she knows all things doll. I can't get through there with my big old uh surgery belly. So, but beyond this, that aisle down there. There's vinyl, there's train stuff, there's a lot of artwork, there's a lot of camera stuff down there. More children's books on some of these shelves here. This is all toys set up for a Whatnot show. I want to do a Whatnot smalls and see if I can't, do some of those. And yeah, so the this is it. I don't source. This is what's left of my mother's estate, and when it's gone, um it's it's gone in this area of the barn. So where this door is, on the other side of the door here, a wall is going to go all the way there. All of the shelving is going to come out. That whole area is going to be insulated, and that's going to be uh turned into my sewing machine shop. So I want to go back to restoring and repairing sewing machines. I don't know if you can see them back there, but that was me before all of this stuff. So that's what I want to get back to. So this whole area is going to be for doing my sewing machines, and if I want to tinker with something, it's like a woman sewing area. Yeah, those drawers. These ones are for sale. So those will all go, but that apothecary or whatever you call it thing, that I'm keeping that. That's going to go in the house, in my sewing room later. Yeah, exactly. Amazing whatever thing, mine. Yeah, that's not for sale. This thing here is all full of lamp parts. All lamp parts, which I'm going to try to convince my friend Leon, my new friend Leon, to deal with. These are all the whole freaking thing. I mean, I need to, or my friend's William Rustic Salvage. Yes. Leon is amazing. Did Leon tell you that we've talked on the phone for like 2 hours? Um, Lamps, as long as they don't, I've got to put them. Yes, I want to do my repair gig so bad. And we've actually moved the sewing machines because I've sold off enough stuff to get rid of these cabinets. So a bunch of my sewing machines are in here now. So that this is actually, there's my old sign for my when I used to do quilting revolution. I'm not replacing you. No. Oh, he built all these shelves. Every single one of these shelves, my babes built them all. And when we are done unloading them, some of them I will keep. But some of the really big sturdy ones, I mean, he built every single one of these, and he put the slot walls on the ends of them. Now if you go down here, like this one, we got these things from a buyout. A store went out of business, and he built all of these shelves with those. Yeah, it's a wig holder. It looks like a light bulb, doesn't it? Yes, we moved all of this. We moved all of this from my mom's house to here in order to sell her house. Yep. And this, I've been unpacking it, and it takes forever. But like you see all those totes and stuff. Those totes got loaded by Noelle right here when she was here from Washington. So Noelle is the only one that sorted the clothes because I hated them, and she put them in totes, and they still have Noelle's little name on her little. She's got this. Oh, look at that! It was August 2022. Noelle. So Noelle is the only one that has seen what's in these totes. Nobody else has. And then here's Noelle. Clothes number one: vintage T-shirts and sweaters. Yeah. Okay. I haven't opened it. I haven't opened it. I've never seen what's in it. So it's not like all of this stuff has been dug through or cherry picked. It's all as I touch it, I'm selling it. So that's the plan. Yes, there are vintage nightgowns. I hate clothes, Wheezy. You don't even know. So was this the pixie that you guys were talking about? Where is he? Isn't he so cute? Is that the little pixie? Isn't he freaking adorable? Yeah. Wow, I'll bring him. I'll bring him to another show. But there's lots more cut crystal and stuff like that. But I figure if you have first dibs on the clothes, you should have taken all the damn clothes with you. And then I wouldn't even have had to deal with it. There are so many this pile of records here. There's 50 piles, the same much. This just came in from downstairs. This is all the stuff that for my sewing machine, doing the cord sets and everything else. And that's what I want to move in here. She did listen to records 100%. And so did I. I'm 52. I had records. I had records in the 80s and 90s. Yes, I know they are sideways. We went through them and sold a whole bunch to a record store cuz sometimes when you need a good amount of money, I can't get that thing to go back in there. Whoops. Yes. Okay, so we went through all of these fun things, you guys. And let me turn this camera around. Forgive me for my halo, but that's the way the light works in here. So we should be good. And I'm gonna be live again tomorrow. So I don't wanna drain myself completely. I'm gonna pack this stuff up. I'm gonna load up some new stuff. Liz, it's so good to see you. I love you too. I am resting and I'm drinking water and I'm doing all the things. It's hard on the body after surgery, right? So thank you, everybody. I'm gonna raid you guys someplace cool. Let me see who is up and running. Um. Oh, let's go see Dwayne. Dwayne is in New York, you guys. Nice to meet you too, Humble. Thanks for coming. Go see Dwayne. You guys tell him I said hey. And I'll be on tomorrow and the next day and the next day.